I want to share with you 10 terrifying true stories that will send chills down your spine. First up is the shadow in the window. Imagine a family living in a quiet neighborhood, only to find a dark figure lurking outside their window at night. The parents brush it off as a trick of the light, but their children are convinced something sinister is watching them. Night after night, the shadow grows bolder, moving closer until one fateful evening, it disappears altogether, leaving the family in a state of panic. What happened to that shadow? Was it ever really there, or was it all in their minds? Next, we have the mysterious phone calls. A woman begins receiving calls from her deceased brother. The voice on the other end is unmistakable, filled with familiar laughter and memories. She dismisses it as a cruel prank until the calls become more frequent, each one revealing secrets only he would know. The chilling realization hits her. How could he be calling from beyond the grave? Then there's the vanishing roommate. A college student wakes up one morning to find her roommate missing. At first, she thinks she's just sleeping in, but as the hours pass, concern grows. She checks their shared space, only to find all of her roommate's belongings gone, as if she had never existed. The campus is abuzz with rumors, but no one has seen her. Was she ever really there, or did she vanish into thin air? Now, let's talk about the cursed painting. An art collector stumbles upon a stunning piece at an estate sale, but soon after bringing it home, strange occurrences begin. Objects move on their own, and shadows flit across the walls. The collector learns that the painting is said to be cursed, linked to a tragic death. As the haunting escalates, he must decide whether to keep the painting or rid himself of the curse. Moving on to the ghostly neighbors. A family moves into an abandoned house next door to a dilapidated property. They often see shadowy figures moving behind the windows of the old house, but when they investigate, it's always empty. One night, they hear whispers and footsteps, leading them to believe they are not alone. Who, or what, are these ghostly neighbors? Next is the sinister echoes. A group of urban explorers decides to investigate an old asylum rumored to be haunted. As they wander through the dark hallways, they hear echoes of laughter and cries for help. The deeper they go, the more they feel an unseen presence following them. Panic sets in when they realize they're not just exploring the asylum, they're being watched. Then we have the disappearing hitchhiker. A driver picks up a hitchhiker on a lonely road. They share stories, and the hitchhiker seems oddly familiar. But when the driver glances in the rearview mirror, the hitchhiker is gone, leaving only a chilling sense of dread. Was it a ghost or a figment of their imagination? Next is the foreboding weather station. During a fierce storm, a group of meteorologists stationed in a remote area begins to experience strange phenomena. Equipment malfunctions, and they hear whispers in the wind. As the storm intensifies, they realize they're not just battling nature. Something supernatural is at play, and it's watching them. Finally, we have the Eerie invitation. A man receives a mysterious invitation to an abandoned mansion. Curiosity gets the better of him, and he decides to attend. As he explores the decaying halls, he finds remnants of a party that never happened. The atmosphere grows heavy, and he feels an overwhelming sense of dread. Who sent the invitation, and why? These stories remind us that sometimes reality is far scarier than fiction. Each tale leaves us questioning what we believe and what might be lurking just beyond our perception.